there's a lot of intriguing things. So my concern with getting rid of divisions is scheduling inequities. That there are 16 teams in this conference. You're playing 9 games. So that means there's 5 conference opponents that you won't play. 6 conference opponents that you won't play. And one team could go 9-0 with a very easy schedule, and another team that they don't play could go 9-0 with a very difficult schedule. But here's something I did not know. Do you know that it is impossible under this Flex Protect Plus Gator for 3 teams to go 9-0?
I'll trust you.
They've set it up that
the algorithm spits out that they're going to have to be some crossovers between those.
Because that would mean basically you've been in the West, and it would have limited the number of games they could have played against the East. They will play more games, the marquee games against Penn State and Ohio State and Michigan than they would have had there been an East-West model. Well, so they're increasing the number of good crossover games between East and West.
In the first 2 years, in the first year, USC and UCLA both play Michigan, correct? The first year?
Yes.
And then the second year, they both play Michigan State.
Yes.
So in state, we get to see both of those teams, which is kind of cool. I'm looking forward to it. I don't like not having divisions.
I don't either.
And I think this is just a temporary thing until more schools come to the Big Ten, because the Pac-12 will probably dissolve, and here comes Oregon, here comes Washington, perhaps Washington State, whatever they're going to do. There's going to be more teams added.
Flex Protect Plus.
So when they do that, when they add those other teams, maybe that's another conversation they have. Like, okay, now we've got 18. Now we're gonna change things up and go divisions, and maybe they're going to do the four division thing or whatever. I don't know. I can't. Not having divisions is stupid to me.
So there's 2 things not having divisions accomplishes. One is they like the idea of having the 2 highest ranked best teams playing in the Big Ten title game. The other thing is this: when this kicks in, we're going to be in.
Is it highest ranked, or is it just top 2 teams?
It's the top 2 teams, but they will be more likely to get the highest ranked best teams. Whereas in the past, you can make a case that the top 3 teams in the Big Ten were in the East. Mm-hmm. In whatever incarnation it was, but there were top 3 Big Ten teams in the East, and they were playing the 4th best team in the league for the Big Ten title. They're hoping to get more 1 versus 2 type matchups, like the 2 best teams in the Big Ten.
Right, which could involve a rematch, which is I'm not sure if people want to see that or not.
I'm not sure if they do either. That's a little weird thing. And basically, Michigan fans, could you imagine playing Ohio State in a game that's meaningless because you're going to play them in the Big Ten game the next week? But this is the changing world order of college football. But the other thing that makes this cool, or that I can accept here, as if the Big Ten is seeking my approval, which they're not, but we're going to 12 playoff teams. So I talk about the inequities in scheduling. A Big Ten team that goes 10-2 but plays a tough schedule but gets left out of the Big Ten title game because 2 other Big Ten teams played easier schedules and went 9-0 in the league. Mm-hmm. That 10-2 team has a great chance to go to the playoff anyway.
In theory, but you could also say in theory they don't, because they would say, well, we're going to take the loser of the Big Ten title game.
They would. I'm talking about 3 teams getting in.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I'm talking about a 10-2 Big Ten team with a tough schedule. That's the team that I worry about getting left out.
I hear you.
And I think a 10-2 Big Ten team with a tough schedule has a great shot to be an at-large.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, but SEC is going to be SEC. They're going to do all SEC things.
Yeah, they can probably get 3 teams in. Hell, they'll probably be lobbying for 4.
Mm-hmm.
But, the idea that the Big Ten championship game winner gets a bye, the Big Ten championship game loser gets to host a playoff game, and the Big Ten, a third Big Ten team, again, with a tough schedule that maybe doesn't qualify as the Big Ten title game, is going on the road, sounds like a strong possibility.